Hi, today I'm going to be speaking about a program called Highrise. Highrise is sort of a hybrid type product, as I call it. It's a cloud-based application. There are paid and free versions, and I highly recommend that you try out the free version first before you upgrade to a paid plan, which is very easy to do. But if you are the kind of person who needs an application to manage tasks and to keep tabs of a lot of detail, personal information, or even run a small business from home, or you've got a bigger organization, then I would really suggest you have a good look at Highrise. It's a very powerful application. It brands itself as a customer relationship management program, and for me personally, it's a kind of a hybrid program. It sits somewhere between a personal data manager and a contact manager. Yes, certainly it is a CRM application. I think what I love about Highrise is that it's so easy to use. It's very well designed, and it's quite an addictive program once you get used to using it. Also very effective in collaborating with other people. And without further ado, I'm going to just take you through a bit more about what Highrise can do for you. One of the main issues with Highrise is that you've got a whole history on one page for an individual. So if you look at this person's name here, you've got tasks relating to this person on the right, their contact details and email address, website address, background information about the individual, even their birthday, and so on. Okay. And on the left side, you'll see records you've recently viewed that appear here, which is very useful because you may just want to go back to a record you recently worked on. Here we have latest activity. It's like a pipeline of your latest activity in the database, contacts in the database, tasks, cases, deals, and you can search notes. I'm going to go through all that later on. So let's work through this short video. This is a task view. It's showing upcoming tasks in this view. You'll notice here that you can add labels. You don't have to add labels, but you can. And it says today, tomorrow, this week, next week, later. Very effective. You've got a very nice overview to show you what's happening. That overview view, I think, is also very effective. So let's watch the short video.
Highrise tasks are a great way to help you get things done. Adding a new one is easy. You can do it right from the sidebar. Just enter the name of the task and when it's due. Then, if you want, you can assign the task to someone else, let other people see it, or add a category. All of those are optional though. When you're done, just click the button and your new task will show up in your list. Today's tasks are always displayed in a yellow box for easy viewing. If something's overdue, it's called out in red at the top, so you remember to get it done. You can give a task a specific date and time, or just choose a general time frame like this week, next week, or later. These will shift automatically when the time is right. Later items always stay marked later, unless you change them. Task reminders can be automatically sent to your cell phone or email address. You can also view tasks that are completed or assigned to others by clicking the links at the top of the screen. The pull-down menu can show you just the tasks assigned to a specific person. And that's how tasks work. We hope they help you get more stuff done.
Okay, let's talk about tracking deals, proposals, and leads. You can attach deals, proposals, and leads to an individual, and there will, on the left, you'll see deals. It'll group all your deals in that area, and you can put in details about that particular deal, the value, what you quoted, or the bid that you made, and you can filter it by showing pending, won, and lost. Clicking on that button to filter your views. So we'll watch a video about deals.
Deals help you keep track of those bids and proposals that you have out waiting to see which ones you've won and which ones you've lost. So here's the deals page in Highrise. Deals can fall into three categories: won, pending, or lost. Each section is broken up here, and we can see just how much money is pending, how much we've brought in, and how much we've left on the table with some clients. We can also filter these deals by categories, the person responsible, or when they were created. To add a new deal, just click on the Add a New Deal button here. You can set the person or the company that a deal is with, name it, and even set a description for it if you'd like. For the cost, you can set the dollar amount to it here. You can change that from a fixed amount to per hour, per month, or even per year. There's also categories if you'd like to utilize these. So let's take a look at a deal that I've already set up. Here's one with Marissa for a website design. You can see the fixed bid amount here and the person responsible for it. In the center section, you'll see the original quote that we sent her down here in the notes. We also had a short call about redoing her logo, so I made a note of it here. And then she sent me an email to show which ones that she really liked, so I went ahead and added it to the notes here. On the right side of the page, you'll see tasks specific to this deal and the option to add a new task for it. There's also a little background info about it and a section for who's involved with it if it's more than just Marissa. If I click on Marissa's name, Highrise will take me to her contact page. There's a deal tab here that can be used to keep track of all the deals that I might have with her. She initially used us to design some holiday cards, so that shows up here. That way, I can see exactly how much money this client has given to us or how much money we've left on the table by losing deals with them. Back on the deals page, you can see those deals from Marissa mixed in with the others that we have going on. We think deals are a good way to keep track of those bids and those potential business opportunities you might have. So we hope you enjoy using it.
Something that's worth mentioning is that if you are collaborating with other team members, all the data that you put into Highrise you can set permissions for. Either everyone can see or only you can see, or a particular group can view that data, and so on. So you can very quickly add people to Highrise. Highrise also deals effectively with email. I think one of the brilliant things about Highrise is that all your contacts are definitely in one place. On the right hand side in this view, you can see that you can create unlimited tags to further help group your information, which is very, very useful. Your latest business or personal activities are always all in one place attached to a record. In the latest activity view, there's a full audit trail of everything that you've done here. Now when you're in the latest activity view, you'll see all these upcoming tasks for today, tomorrow, this week in the right hand column. Cases help keep related stuff together, so let's have a look at cases.
Highrise Cases let you keep all your related notes, files, and people together on one screen. Let's say our company's in the process of hiring a new marketing director. We've created a case to track everything that's going on with the search. We've got notes from our interviews, links to resumes, copies of help wanted ads we've placed, and they're all here on the same page. I can also add new people or companies to the case right from the sidebar. Let's say I just interviewed a promising candidate. I'll add that person to the case by typing his name and then clicking on the link that pops up. Now that I've added him to the case, I can select his name when I add a note. So let's add a summary of the meeting and attach it to his name. Now a new note will be added to the case and will show up on his contact page too. And that's how cases can help you stay organized. Whenever you want to keep different information in one place, create a new case and everything you need will be just a click away.
You can collaborate with other people through Highrise, and because it's cloud-based, these people could be working from anywhere remotely in an office, working from home, etc. And we'll watch a short video to see how you can collaborate with groups.
Highrise lets you give all the members of your team access to your account, but sometimes you want to control who can see what. Groups are a great way to do that. They let you quickly set batch permissions on people, notes, and cases. This video will show you how groups work. First, I'll go to the Groups page and create a new group called Sales. I'll go ahead and add the salespeople on my team to this group. When I'm done, I'll be able to assign permissions to the sales group I just created. For example, let's say I have a case that I only want to be seen by the sales team. I'll click Edit this case. Where it says who can see this case, I'll select a group. Then I'll choose Sales and click Save the case. Before saving, Highrise explains the changes so I'm clear on what's happening. I'll click Continue Saving, and then my new permissions will take effect. Now Highrise will only show this case to people in my sales group. And I can use the same technique for people and notes too. Groups are a quick and easy way to specify who can see what on your Highrise account. Give them a try.
There are many different products that work with Highrise, and I'm not going to go through this page entirely, but I'm going to give you an example of the many different types of products that work with Highrise. There really are many. So, MailChimp is pretty popular. Constant Contact is very popular with a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of these programs are very popular and are used extensively in the business world. Also, Highrise works with iPhones so that you can obviously see your dashboard, personal contact detail and tasks on an iPhone. Very, very important. Now, these are the different Highrise packages that are available, but the big secret, as far as I'm concerned, with Highrise is the free plan, which is this one here. It offers 2 users, no file attachments, and up to 250 contacts. You also get a solo plan, which is 1 user, 5 GB file storage. That's for file attachments, images, audio, etc. Unlimited deals, 20,000 contacts. That's for $29 a month. The free plan is pretty cool, and you can go and create your free plan within seconds. Literally within a minute, you can be up and running and ready to move into Highrise. So what I've done is I've created an account, and I'm going to show you now in real time what actually happens once you've created your new Highrise account. When you initially establish a new Highrise account, you're going to come to this screen, which is a welcome screen. It's a way to get you started quickly by adding contacts, uploading a logo, changing colors, and inviting other people to collaborate with you. You can disable the screen at any time and you'll never see it again. But you can start, for example, just by adding a contact. So let's just say Joe Blogs. You may be a director of a company. And of course we'll add in a phone number. I'm not going to put in actual numbers now, which could be a work number, and that could be a mobile number, an email address, and again you can add multiple email addresses. Could be personal, could be additional work email addresses, website addresses, physical address, work, personal, etc. You can have multiple addresses, customer ID. You even have custom fields that you can create, who this record person was referred by, LinkedIn profile, Twitter, and background information like bio, how you met, etc. Or just important information relating to that individual. Then we add that person. They are in our database now, and we can now start adding tasks to Joe. We can say call to discuss recent proposal. Okay, and we can decide when we want to do that. Let's say tomorrow. We can choose a category and say, look, we're going to call him. So if we're choosing a category, I may not want to put in call to discuss. I can just say discuss recent proposal. Now when we go to our task view, we'll see that that task is in tomorrow as a task for tomorrow, and we want to chat to Joe Blogs. Okay, the neat thing is that we can now just click on Joe's name. We can make notes about our latest discussion, and we can say, we've done that task and we want to create a follow-up task. Okay, we can say choose a category, email, send an updated bid as per last phone discussion. And that could be this week sometime. It may not be that important, or we can click set a date and time. Let's say we want to do that first thing Monday morning. We're going to send that email. Now if we go back to task view, we can see that next week we already have that task in. Now you may have tasks that don't relate to a particular individual. These could be private tasks, so you can just go straight here and add a new task, collect dry cleaning, and you want to do that today, and check your tire pressures on your car. You may want to do that tomorrow. And something you want to do in future is investigate flight prices to New York. And you'll just say, I'm going to do that later. Okay, so that will just remain as a later task, something you want to do later. Now, if we go to this view, I'm going to get rid of the welcome screen now. We're not going to see that anymore. If we go to latest activity, we can see the last notes we put in for Joe Blogs and a task that we ticked off. But we also have all our tasks visible on the right hand side now. There are tasks there again. So if I did collect my dry cleaning today, I'll just tick that off the list and it disappears, which is really, really cool. And as I said, we can go to contacts now and add contacts. You can see all our contacts there, both the individual and the company. And but if we go to Joe Blogs, we'll see that he's a director at Joe Blogs Associates. I can click there as well to go straight to the company. And in this view, there's one person associated, but I can associate more people to that company. So I've just added Wendy Jacobs. So that we now have 2 people associated with Joe Blogs and Associates. Okay. If I want to add a task for Wendy, just click on her name and add a task. I'm invited to lunch, and I'm going to do that on Tuesday next week, and I'll call her. So there we go. Back to our task view, we can now see next week I've already got these 2 tasks lined up ready to go. If I want to create deals, we can create deals here. And who is the company with? It's with Joe Blogs and Associates. So if I type in Joe, anything pertaining to that will come up. And let's just say provision of new computer hardware. And then you can describe the deal and what the value is, whether it's a fixed bid or an hourly bid or per month, per year. This is a fixed bid, and what is the category? Okay, and let's just say this is strategy consulting, or we can create a new category. Let's just select an existing category for now. You can edit your categories later on, and we can add the deal. And we can see Joe Blogs is associated with this deal. We've got the background information. We can now add tasks to this deal. Prepare a sales pitch, and we're going to do that on Wednesday. Okay, and we decide, you know what, I better speak to Joe Blogs because I want to make an appointment, schedule I want to schedule an appointment for a sales pitch, and we'll do that on Tuesday. Let's say, no, we'll do it on Wednesday, and I'm going to call him. So back to latest activity view, you can now see that again all our tasks are beginning to form on the right hand side, or in this view we can see the tasks beginning to form here. And if we just went to Joe Blogs and Associates, we can see the deals associated with Joe Blogs and Associates. I can click on that deal and I can add more information. Just add a note, could be a recent discussion. I could add a new task. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to write that letter to clarify our last discussion. So again, in my tasks view, you can see now how the tasks are lining up very, very nicely. Okay, I've selected the wrong date here, so it was next Wednesday I was looking at, so I'm going to modify that. we don't have to be in the contacts view to add contacts. We can actually just add a contact right there. We could be in tasks view and then add a contact there. Could be an individual, or if we want to add a company, we're going to add a company. Exactly the same format. Now you can import and export data to and from Highrise. We've looked at deals. We can see our one deal is in there at the moment. We can sort these deals by newest to oldest or A to Z, and we can filter deals as well. We can create deal categories, but we're going to have a quick look at cases. Going to add our first case. So what is the name of the case? And we're going to say a server failure. And who is involved? Well, it's for Joe Bloggs and Associates. Type in Joe Bloggs and Associates. Now we have them associated with us. We can add in notes about this case, what the problem is, for example, or put it even in the background info section. We can now add a task. Schedule an inspection. One of our IT people, and we're going to say next week. May not be absolutely time critical, although it may be. So you can decide. You can change anything you want. So you say, no, you know what, I'm going to do this on Monday at a particular time even. It's going to be at 10 in the morning, and I'm going to email somebody to set this up. Back to tasks view, we can now see that that task has come in there, and it's related to this case, server hardware failure. So you'll notice that once you get used to Highrise, it's very, very easy to use. You can start searching for anything in this view. There's no limit to what you can search for. You can search notes, but this is quite easy. So I'm going to look for Wendy Jacobs. There she comes up straight away. And there we go. And now my latest note's going for Wendy. I've just spoken to her on the phone. I could even attach this to a case, which was that hardware failure issue, or to the deal, because this may be related as well. Let's say that this has to do with the provision of the new computer hardware that we had this discussion about. There we go. And you know, if I do another discussion sometime in future pertaining to this same deal, well, there we go. There's my latest note. So everything is in a very nice logical place. You'll see all the related tasks for Wendy appearing down here, and you can just add and update contact information for her as and when you get it. Okay, you can decide also who's going to see this information. Everybody that's associated with you or collaborating with you in Highrise, or is this private information? Okay, I think that's what I want to say really. There's much more, but the best is that you play around with Highrise, and you can use this Dropbox address to BCC emails from any email account that you're using to copy information directly into Highrise as you send emails. Right, that's about it for now.